Welcome back to part 2, everybody. It's good to see that most of you have gotten back online again. We're going to kick off this session with some incredibly talented and really highly successful world team members in the form of Doctors Eddie and Cesar Nambesi, who are going to be training us on the qualities of a good leader. So Eddie and Cesar, take it away. Do you need screen sharing? No. Okay.
No, thank you.
All yours.
Good evening, everybody. Nice to be back here. Although, of course, it will be much nicer when we get to meet face to face. Looking forward to that time. But hey, great job, Sean, and great job, all the speakers. This is what we live for every month, to come back together and get together again. Now, leaders, or as somebody put it, leadership just means to be able to influence people. And it is said that even if you think you're the quietest church mouse anywhere, we won't say boo to anybody, you still influence up to 10,000 people in your lifetime. That's a minimum. So having said that, in Eagle Team and New Life Business, we are actually all leaders in the sense that as soon as you sponsor somebody, you got a downline and you're a leader to that downline. And therein begins your job as a good leader. So I see new people, so everybody knows us very well. You know our story, how we started. But just to say that the products have been revolutionary, they've changed our lives, and business itself has changed the family dynamics greatly. When this topic was given to us, at first a few names popped into our heads, Miles Monroe and Nasa Siddiqui, etc. We've given sessions in Bloom. And so, by the way, just a little plug here for Miles Monroe. Those who have not listened to his characteristics of the ego recently, please get a tape and listen. It's brilliant. But as we were marrying us to how we're going to do this, our daily devotion happened to be on leadership and quality of leadership. So we thought, great idea. Let's pick up on that one. And he divided it into 7 different characteristics, which we are going to share, and we'll do one, ping pong. In summary, a leader has to be authentic. A leader must have compassion. A leader must have clear focus. A leader must be generous. A leader must be humble, must be a person of integrity, and have a vision. So to start off, I'll start with the first one, which is authenticity. And to be authentic, the other thing that comes to my mind is character. In other words, what you do when nobody's looking. As a leader, you're supposed to lead by example. And that means we do the 3 daily success habits visibly and invisibly. In other words, we should be leading by example by using the products ourselves, by sharing the products, and by contacting people and personally developing ourselves. One of the greatest leaders we've ever had is Christ himself. And I think there's no better example than to follow the example that he put forward for us. When I talk about what you do when people are not looking, a story that is told in our house often is when Lady Dumenian family visited, and the young lady went around the house, all the bathrooms, etc., kitchen, came back and said, Mommy, they actually do use the products. So now can you imagine if we had a broke product somewhere in the house, what that would have done to us? Over to you for the second one.
Okay. A leader has to have compassion. Compassion actually means to feel with other people. And that is the only way you will ever influence anybody, if you feel with them and feel for them. And so all I can say is, as leaders here, all of us are leaders, we've agreed on that one. Do not hinder anyone from knowing about Neolife. And as regards the team, do not be a stumbling block in anybody's way. We have our own story of having people in our downline who are on the president's team. We never stepped in their way to say, I'm not going to allow this to happen because I'm not there yet. So a leader has to actually get ready to develop people better than themselves. Your turn.
Right, and then the next one is a leader must be focused. And that's where I remembered Miles Monroe and the Eagle, having that vision where you can see from 5 miles down, etc. The focus here in our New Life We Got in business is actually to keep the main thing the main thing. In other words, you yourself are keeping the main thing, but then encouraging your team to keep the main thing, which is sponsoring or talking to people all the time. And not to be sidetracked by the small details, because sometimes we measure on the small details, the minor things, and forget the major thing, which is to sponsor people all the time. And in this day and age with so many distractions, I mean, who doesn't have WhatsApp on their phone, TikTok, you name it. And every time something comes in, it might stray you off. At the moment, we've got vaxxers versus anti-vaxxers, we've got this, we've got the other. Cut that trash out and just concentrate on the main thing, which is focus on talking to people and sponsoring. Over to you.
Absolutely. Okay. One of the characteristics of a leader is to be generous, generosity. And we hear it so often that we have to be generous with our time, because that's a commodity that is so precious to everybody, and yet it is easily squandered. So at the weekend, I was actually privileged to attend a couple of workshops. I think I was with Ansi on one of them on goal setting. That's a way of getting ready to use your time profitably. The other one, a friend of ours showed us how to actually track our time on almost an hour-to-hour basis, so that we are sure we are not wasting our time. So that is how you can see where you can free up time to be generous with it, because it's one of those commodities, once it's gone, it won't come back. So time, our talent, if you know that you know something, be generous with it. Don't, again, imagine that by banking it in your heart, you're going to grow richer. You actually grow poorer. What did they used to say about manure? If you pile up manure, it stinks. But if you spread it around, it makes plants grow, hey? And then the other thing is our treasure. As leaders, even when you're not yet making a lot of money, still you can be generous. You can offer to help a downline to have a product demonstration using your products if she hasn't yet reached that level, if she can't afford yet to use her own products. Okay, obviously we encourage them, but that's one way of teaching them. So leaders have to be generous.
And then the one that Jesus so exemplified, a leader must show humility. Humility. It's very easy to, in our corporate world, as you climb the ladder, to step on people's heads as you get up there. I'm the main man, I'm the main person. Here, if you're going to be a good leader, you have to serve. And you serve who? You serve your downlines. You show them how to offer exceptional service to our customers so that they can build their customer base and build their business. You lead, again, as I said, by example, by being a good teacher and assisting every downline who needs assistance. And then they'll learn from you to do the same for their own downlines as well. So humility, 100% required. And I think the other person who exemplifies it really is our 5-diamond director, Charlie. Everybody gets away from boot camp or wherever, blown away by his humility. So we've got a good role model to follow.
Absolutely, yeah. And then a leader has to be a person of integrity. That simply means what you say with your mouth is exactly what you mean in your actions. That is me defining it in my own way, the way I understand it. Before you do as I say, this is how a leader should be thinking. You have to do as I do. Don't just do as I say, but do as I do. And in order for anybody to follow you, they have to be watching you. So most leaders who imagine that they will give instructions without themselves lifting a finger to do anything will one day turn around and there'll be nobody following them, unfortunately. So as regards our business, do not make your team feel guilty with your words if your actions don't match your words. Because some leaders really hammer people verbally, really use the tongue as a shambok. But then when you turn around to look at them, you really cannot see why you should listen to them. So you don't. And I think that is, for me, integrity is one thing that I'm very, very strong on. And I guess that's why my career as a medical doctor faltered a little bit because of that word, integrity. But let's not go down that road. As regards vision.
Whoa. Vision, all I'm going to say is that it must be big. So much so that when you look at it, am I the one who made that? It must scare you to the point that you are not able to do it yourself, except when the Lord leads you to help you to do it. So it's useless if it's just sitting on your wall and nobody else knows about it. Your team, so it must be communicated to the team so that they understand what the leader is all about, in that he's got this huge vision, which includes them as well. It's not just you, your own personal goals, etc., but the team as well, for each one of them, so that they can aspire to be the best that they can be as you work towards a corporate vision and goal.
Yes, and so talking your vision, one way of doing that is branding. I just want to bring that in. Have you given your business as a name? And does it represent what you stand for? That's one way of actually putting it at the top of everybody's mind, that this is your brand and that's what you stand for. And you can use it through all your appearances so that when somebody sees your brand, they remember you, and hopefully as a good leader. Thank you very much. I think that's all we had in our allotted time. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, that was mind-blowing. I've been making notes as we've been going along as well. It'd be lovely for you to do a longer session and expand possibly a little bit more on these topics at some stage. Our next section, we might have a little bit of an issue over there because it involves our uplines who are having a little bit of a technical issue getting online at the moment. John and Debbie, are you back with us?
Yeah, except we can't get a picture of ourselves. Can you see us?
No, can't see you, but we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, all right. Well, then that matter. You don't have to see us. I don't know what happened.
All right, so Debbie is going to do her favorite part of our program, and that is recognition. Debbie, go for it.
Yes, yes, it is my favorite, especially this month. Cesar, I don't know if you want to go first and just do your recognition of your team. I saw that there were 2 people that I didn't recognize come on. Is Cesar still there?
Yeah, she is. Cesar, you muted. There we go.
Okay, now I'm unmuted. Thank you very much, Debbie, and thank you, everybody. Yes, our team is small, and so I just want to explain to Zandi and Hansho that we are the Eagle team, and every month we come together to just be with other Eagles. Even we are in the same downline in the sense that Charlie, who's the leader of the Eagle team, Charlie and Alta, we all fall under them. But then after that, other people go off and develop their own teams. But as Eagles, we like to come together at least once a month. More often in the near future, when we start meeting in Bloemfontein. I say that very loudly because, as you all know, there's a Bloom planned for June. Okay, if you didn't know that, that is when we are waiting for the exact date. Okay, so that should excite my dearest new downline, one of the new ones. I've had a few sign up since, but they're not on this platform. But let me introduce you all to Hanso Ranyane. A simpler name is Adeline. And why I said Bloom loudly is that's where she lives. So when we come up for the Bloom function, but I just want to say she signed up in December, went manager that month, and has maintained her very good manager status. She does over 250 points. And now this month, we're going to start growing. She is phenomenal with training. So she's teaching me a thing or two as well. And then Zandi is here as well. Welcome, Zandi. I know December, January are difficult months, but you are a qualified distributor on your way up through the ranks. And so let's work together, Zandi. I'm always available, as you know. That's all for those. Thank you.
Thank you. Right. Thanks, everybody. Right. Let's have some, we've got new distributors. Patience isn't on, but she got a new distributor this month. Boosie's doing very, very well. Shame she couldn't make it this afternoon, which is a pity, because Boosie, I think, was our star this month.
Boosie is on.
Somebody, is she on now?
Yes.
Boosie, are you there? Fantastic, because she's done so well. Okay, and then Jenny also got her lady going, so that's fantastic. And also a new manager. Just suddenly a lady who's been part of Jenny Potter's team for ages suddenly became a manager. So that was fantastic. And then also a new senior manager, which is wonderful. They're not on here, but their leaders are on here. So I thought I would mention it. So qualified senior manager was Busi Masani. Well done, Busi. Fantastic. And you did well. Then, of course, we've got our directors. Ina Jordan qualified. Well, she qualified as a director this month. Fantastic, Ina. I hope you are on, but if you're not, Linda will say, well done for you. And then Linda and Jenny Holiday, Emerald directors, fantastic. Well done, guys. Then we'll go on to 500 Club, I think. Yeah, 500 Clubs, we did very well this month. I'm starting with, let's do Jenny Holiday's team. Dominique, I think I saw Dominique was on 50 Rand. Jane Willard, 50 Rand. Ansi, I saw you on 50 Rand. Rosemary, I think you're on, you usually are, 50 Rand. And then we've got Busi Masani, 70 Rand. Linda had a lot of qualified senior managers this month, but they're not on the chat, and a lot of 500s, which aren't on the Zoom, so I'm not going to mention them. But yeah, and then Bandy, Barry and Liz. Well done, Barry and Liz, 500 PV, 50 Rand. Well done. And then Mandy Roberts. Wow, Mandy, you really are coming on like a house on fire. 70 Rand for getting your own 500 PV. Well done. And then, of course, with the 500 Club, The qualified directors, which was Ina, Linda, and Jenny, all get 100 Rand, and Sean gets 70 Rand. So well done, guys. Fantastic. Yeah, let's make this month a good month. February is short, so we just need to work a little faster. That's all. And we can do it. We can do it. So yeah, January is finished now. And February is starting. January is always a tough month. So yeah, we just need to fuss bait and go for it, because as Sean said, time's coming up very, very quickly. I'll just quickly do, Ansie's got a problem with her audio, so I'll do forthcoming events just very, very quickly. And as we know, on a Thursday evening, we've got Charlie always at 6:30. And then we've got on Tuesday, Sean's doing a fantastic series on Tuesday evenings. It's 7:30. Thank you, Sean. Very, very interesting. Jenny Potter on a Sunday evening at 7:30. She's doing personal growth, and we're working through Own Your Life, which is very, very interesting. It's amazing. You read these books and then you just put them aside and forget about what you've just read. So yeah, we're thoroughly enjoying that. And then of course on Friday morning, it's John and I, and we're going through the training cycles. And that's proving to be quite fruitful. So anyone is welcome. So please just come on and check us out. Okay, that's me, Sean. Am I doing the close?
Excellent. Yes, please. You are sending us off into the month with a bang.
Yes, yes. John was going to do the close, but he passed the buck to me. I think it's because he didn't realize I was going. He's losing his voice. He's croaking. Shame. Okay. Yeah. So I just wanted to share just a few things about, also funnily enough, about your leadership. But you know, it says here, know your current reality. Sometimes we talk ourselves into thinking we're better off than we are, or we're worse off than we are. And it's all in the mind. So know your reality, have a look at your structure, have a look at where you are in the business, and be truthful to yourself. Critique yourself. That's the best critique you can have. In fact, probably your spouse is your best critique, but that could cause a problem. So rather critique yourself. And then remember to concentrate on 80% on your team, on your nursery, and 20% on your group or your directors. And I think sometimes we tend to concentrate on those people that are moving, and not that we neglect the others, but we get so excited about the ones that are moving that we just maybe take our sights off other things. And then, yeah, just characters of a leader, the ones that hang in there. And you guys are all hanging in there. So you've all got characters. Well done. And I really salute you. Long term, long term. They begin with a determination to finish, and to finish well. They always have a vision bigger than they are. They take care of themselves spiritually. They take care of themselves physically. They invest in their family. Remember, your family is your strongest support. They treat people well. They share the workload. And just for my team alone, I know that the workload has been shared so wonderfully. Thank you to our leaders. And thank you even to the others on this team. The workload is definitely shared. Thank you. They do not let discouragement set in. Everybody gets discouraged. But the leaders who are in for the long haul, they don't let the discouragement set in. They don't let it pull them down. They have genuine friends. And I can honestly say that everybody, especially on here, are genuine friends. We've made very, very good friends with our team, with our people, and with cross lines. I mean, Dr. Eddie and Cesar are wonderful people. We would never have mixed with such wonderful people in our past life. And they have learned to laugh. We have to laugh. It's amazing, but sometimes we get so serious in the business, and especially when someone gives us a funny excuse for not being, or say, on the Zoom, and we get all upset. But really, when you think about it, it is hilarious. They want money, they want to do things, but then they don't come on to training. So it's funny. And we have a good chuckle about it. And even when we do things wrong, and we're all going to do mistakes, but mistakes are good. They're learning curves. So don't be scared of doing mistakes. Do as many as you can, because the more mistakes you can, the more successful you are going to be. So that's wonderful. Thank you so much. And I really wish you a fantastic February this month.
Well done.
And well done for all the talks. Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you, Sean, for always being our MC and our convener. And thank you very much.
It's a pleasure.
you,
Thanks
Sean.
for ending it off, Debbie. Thank you, Jenny Holiday,
Thank you,
for putting the
Sean.
program together. Brilliant job.
Yes, thank you,
Thank
Jen.
you.
Are you
my
ready,
goodness, I
Jim?
love you all. I love you all.
What?
Thank you so much.
What are you
I wasn't there. I'm here, but I wasn't all there through the whole session. But I can't wait to hear Jenny Potter and all the ones before break. But thank you to everybody for, I could just hear your speeches were amazing, awesome, fantastic. Thank you so much. I'm a happy holiday. Thank you.
Okay, somebody had started. Are you
Are you ready?
Thank you, guys.
Higher and higher.
Thank you, guys.